thought it's just started with, our pregame meeting, and I thought the guys we all collectively, coaches, players, we got to a good place to go compete together and go play for each other. And that was evident to start the game. We went for the kill shot there to start the third and got the big lead. And you could just see it. Second night of back-to-back. Atlanta's one of the fastest paced teams in the league. Kind of ran out of gas, and we were able to, resettle ourselves, and then ended up with 39 in the fourth quarter. So it was just a really complete game from our team. But to me, it just like the commitment to each other, and it's there's stuff you can do in basketball, but in terms of X's and O's, but there's got to be a trust, and our group has responded a number of times throughout the year, and this is, I think there's probably 27 or 28 teams going through something similar right now. This is just the league, and the other two, they're going to have it at some point if they haven't already had it. Like, it's just, this is how the NBA works over 82 games, and hopefully we can find that consistency.
Just anything else you can share from that meeting? Was that kind of what you were hoping? You went in with a plan to get out of it, or spontaneous, or how did that come about?
Most of the time, I have a plan for those meetings.
And
today I had a plan.
Right, but was it what was tell us?
No, it's just we're good.
I'm just going to stick on that just for one more. Was it like a back and forth, like open forum? Was it a...
No, we met pregame. It was a 10-minute meeting. We showed the Atlanta stuff. We huddled it up. We got to the right place.
You guys, obviously, the shooting was a drastic improvement from last night, and there's many guys, but I wanted to know if you thought Gabe Vincent getting going early, maybe, because it's not necessarily his role to be such a big scorer, that it allowed some of the pressure to be released, and as Mike kind of said, like, the ball got rolling.
Yeah, Gabe made some shots yesterday in the second half. And last year it felt like, he got into a really good rhythm from December 1st on, and had some, really good 5 to 7 game stretches where he's shooting, 45%. Started the season well, or preseason rather, and then got hurt first game, second game, whatever it was, and it just, he hasn't been able to find that rhythm. So hopefully, last night, tonight, just in terms of making shots, he's a fighter, and he's a winner, and he's a pro.
LeBron's first back-to-back of the season, arguably one of his best games of the season. What went into deciding that he was going to play in this back-to-back, and how impressive is it that he's able to do this at age 41?
There's no decision that gets made for him. Again, I said it a few times to start the season, uncharted territory. He got hit in the quad in the fourth quarter. He's already in the ice bath. He's going to do everything he possibly can to play in his 23rd year. Like, it's remarkable. His competitive stamina is off the charts. And we didn't expect him to be able to play. I mean, that's just the nature of a 41-year-old body who plays heavy minutes. And he just said, "I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do everything I can, do my normal routine. And if I'm able to go, and same thing with Luka. So both those guys, I thought just completely led the group tonight, and it was evident. 22 assists between them. Obviously, they made some shots too, but I just thought they did a great job of leading the group, and I don't take for granted the LeBron stuff. It's unfortunate, actually, not to go on a little tangent here, but it's actually unfortunate how much this guy puts into it and how much he cares, and the way certain people talk about him. It's crazy. Come be around him every day and see how much this guy cares. It's off the charts.
Why do you say it's unfortunate?
Because that's the the nature of envy. It's the nature of envy. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a click. You're not going to get a response by saying something nice about somebody, by acknowledging someone's greatness, by acknowledging how much they care and how much they work and how much they've accomplished and continue to accomplish, and continue to go after something. I mean, you got to say something bad about them. You got to go on TV and knock them. You got to go read into, oh, he did this pregame and he did this. You know, it's all just nuts. Be around him every day. He's unbelievable.
You mentioned that focus was a big part of getting this performance tonight. I feel like we talked about effort before. How can you bottle up that level of focus to come out and try and do this when you saw what your team was able to do on 0 days rest after flying in from Sacramento?
Yeah, I mean that's the challenge with this group. That just is. And you know, hopefully, I think maybe potentially it's just a constant daily reminder of that commitment. You know, we've talked about it numerous times throughout the year. At times to acknowledge it and praise it. You know, not just to say, "Oh, you guys aren't," you know, but maybe it's just a daily affirmation.
Thanks, Coach.